Well, happy American Craft Beer Week. We've got some changes to Great American Beer Fest announced earlier this week to talk about on this week's Launchpad Liftoff. He's Casey Bloyer. I'm Connor Shreve from Brewski Reviewski, the podcast you can get on iTunes, on Podbean as well. And a lot of stuff going on this week in the craft beer industry, Case.
Yeah, it's something that we dive into on Brewski Reviewski, a little bit changing each day, breweries coming and going. Hopefully more setting up shop than going, but this crazy time, it's weird to see where it's going. Big changes with the Great American Beer Fest that were announced that we talk about in the podcast that it's going to be a little bit different when it comes around this time around, isn't it?
Yeah, we've seen growth in Great American Beer Fest for as long as I can remember. This upcoming year, as a result of a survey the Brewers Association sent out to its members, we're actually dropping judged categories by 17. We're down to 90 this coming year, and they've merged a lot of beers into individual categories that should make for some interesting changes, I guess I should say, to the judging process.
It does, but they are allowing breweries to be able to enter more as opposed to they were in the past. So that adds to it. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this breaks out, how things go on with it. So a lot more news coming from the Brewers Association on that front. So also, like Connor said, it is American Craft Beer Week, which is this all May 11th through the 17th. Get out, support local craft beer. Get there. There's a lot of great craft breweries you need to check out. Obviously, us at Launchpad, we really love to have you come by. We appreciate it. But also, there's a lot of great breweries out there for you to be a part of. Along with the T-shirt that Connor's wearing, you can get through the Brewers Association, Colorado Strong, a beer that we brewed this past week. It's a Colorado Strong Pale Ale. In work with Left Hand Brewing, the Brewers Guild Sticker Giant, Ball, On Tap Credit Union, Shirts on Tap, and all benefiting the Brewers.
Yeah, and it's all using Colorado ingredients.
Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of fun. That will be rolling out here in a week and a half from Launchpad, but you can get it other places as well. You can buy this T-shirt through Shirts on Tap. It does help the Colorado Brewers Guild as well, so make sure you check that out as well. A lot going on here at Launchpad as well this week. We did just release the Banana Belgian Strong. It's a fun beer. You got to come by, try and get your hands on that. It's called Banana in the Thruster. So if you don't know about the title, feel free to ask any one of our staff. We'll be able to tell you about it. So I'm not going to fall for that Banana in the Thruster. So if you know your movie trivia, you know that as well. So a lot of fun stuff coming up on the horizon.
Yeah, and one thing I want to point out, too, is because it is such a different American Craft Beer Week, they've done something this year to kind of help make up for some of the losses that are happening without any taproom sales, and that's you can pledge beer. So you can go on to AmericanCraftBeerWeek.com or craftbeer.com, and then click the American Craft Beer Week tab. There's a spot there where you can pledge. So if you have a friend in California, New York, Colorado, whatever, you can pick a brewery near them and buy them a beer, which is a really neat way to sort of generate some extra income for local breweries.
It only covers half of it for me because I'd be able to buy the beer but then dump it on your head. But I can't.
Well, whatever floats your boat.
Exactly. So here at Launchpad, we have a Copper Red Ale getting ready to release later this week. So we'll have that for you. We have a sour IPA that we've brewed that will be coming out down the road. Also, the barley wine that we've done is getting ready to go into the barrels. Which that's very exciting, that's way down the road. But the fact that it's going into barrels is just the fun part of the process for the beers coming out. So
yeah, and by the way, you might be able to come join us in the tap room as early, we hope, as Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, the Governor Polis has announced things starting in the works. We don't know what this is, what that leads to, where it goes, but we do know that there is light at the end of that tunnel. Yeah. So hopefully we will be able to be serving you beers soon. We would love to be able to do that. Also, get ready. There's a lot of changes going on in the tap room. It's going to be a completely different place when you guys we're ready to open up and have you all in. So we really appreciate it, and just it's going to be really cool.
And the Japanese rice beer coming up.
Oh yeah, how did I forget that one? That's the one that I think anybody that follows Mr. Mahoney, Paul Mahoney, our head brewer on social media, he's very excited about this one.
Yeah,
did a double batch of it, and should be out in a couple weeks, and that's going to be a very fun beer for us all to get our hands on and try. So make sure you come on down. Remember, you can order online. Curbside to go, we'll bring it right out to you, any one of us. So looking forward to seeing all those smiling faces again, and to have you back in the tap room. Cross our fingers that it's sooner rather than later. But hey, until the next time, raise your glass.
Cheers, buddy.